Today I'm going to give you a complete locals guide to living in Princess Anne, Maryland. We are going to cover the top things to do my favorite parks, the top rated schools, and go over some helpful stats about the area. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote to go along with this video on LivingInMaryland.com, the #1 resource for finding the perfect Maryland city that meets your unique needs. Alright, so let's kick things off with something cool about Princess Anne that you probably didn't know. It's one of the oldest towns on the Eastern Shore, and it was founded way back in the 1700s, so when you're walking through downtown, it honestly feels like you're stepping into a little time machine. The streets are lined with these really cute colonial style buildings, and some of them have been here for over 200 years. That's wild now. Princess Anne is in Somerset County, right near the southern tip of Maryland, so you're not far from the water, and you've got a nice mix of woods, fields, and creeks all around. If you're someone who likes a slower pace and being close to nature, this spot might be right up your alley. So let's talk about things to do around town, because even though it's a small place, there's some hidden gems here. First up, we've got the Teakle Mansion. This big old historic house is like a museum now, and they do tours and seasonal events if you're into spooky stuff. Their haunted tours around Halloween are pretty popular too. And yes, people say it's actually haunted. Then you've got the University of Maryland Eastern Shore right in town, and that brings in a little bit of energy and culture. They've got sports events, concerts, art shows, and sometimes they even open things up for the public. So it adds some nice flavor to the community. All right, let's talk parks because there's some really peaceful spots around Princess Anne. My favorite is Mannequin River Park. It's this little area right off the river, and it's perfect for a chill walk or a quiet place to fish. Sometimes you'll even spot bald eagles flying around, which is pretty awesome. Another solid one is Pemberton Park, just a short drive up the road in Salisbury. It's got hiking trails, wetlands, and a nature center, plus it's dog friendly, so bring your pup if you've got one. Now, I know y'all want to hear about the schools, and yes, Princess Anne has some options. You'll want to check out Somerset Intermediate and Washington High School, which are both part of Somerset County Public Schools. UMES, like I mentioned earlier, brings that college town vibe to the area, and it's a big deal for the community. It also gives local students some cool opportunities for dual enrollment and programs. Okay, now let's talk real quick about the cost of living, because this is where Princess Anne really shines. The median home price here is around $180,000, which is way lower than most parts of Maryland, and renting is also super affordable with some spots going for around $900 a month. So if you're on a budget, this town gives you a lot of bang for your buck. Plus it's quiet, safe, and you get a small town feel where people actually wave when they see you, kind of refreshing, right? But just so you know, Princess Anne is not the place if you're looking for a super busy nightlife or a big city. Feel it's a lot more about peace, quiet, and community vibes. So you kind of trade the noise for some calm. One thing folks here really love is the local food spots. There's not a million restaurants, but the ones we've got are pretty solid. Peaky's restaurant is known for their seafood and homestyle meals. And then there's Beach to Bay Seafood right down the road that serves up some of the freshest crabs, shrimp, and scallops you'll find on the shore. And yep, they're all caught locally. All right, now let's hit a few fun facts about Princess Anne that most people don't know. The town was actually named after Princess Anne of England, and even though it's small, it's played a big role in Maryland history. Back in the day, it was a big port town for shipping tobacco and other goods down the river. And there are still old records and documents you can see in local museums that tell those stories. Something else that makes Princess Anne pretty cool is how much green space and open land you've got around here. It's not all packed in with strip malls and traffic. Like some places you've got space to breathe and enjoy the outdoors, whether you're hiking, fishing, or just hanging out on your porch. So if you're into bird watching or just watching the sunset over the marshlands, this town's got that peaceful kind of beauty that grows on you real quick. And even though it's tucked away, Princess Anne still gives you decent access to other towns and beaches. You're only about 40 minutes from Ocean City, so weekend trips to the beach are totally doable, and Salisbury is just 20 minutes up the road if you need bigger stores or want to catch a movie or something. So here's a quick little list of the types of folks who usually love it here. First up, people who want a quieter lifestyle or who are looking to retire somewhere peaceful. Second, folks who work remotely or who don't mind a bit of a commute. And finally, anyone who wants a super affordable spot to live in Maryland, but still wants charm, nature, and a strong sense of community. Okay, now if you're thinking about moving here and you're wondering what the vibe is, like I'd say picture a place where people know your name, they say hi at the post office, and they help each other out during storms or power outages, that kind of vibe. It's real here. And if you're a history nerd, there's something really cool about living in a town with this much backstory. Every building, every street kind of has a story behind it. Oh, and one more shout out. If you like kayaking or paddleboarding, the Mannequin River is a sweet spot for that. Especially early in the morning when the mist is still on the water. It's peaceful and a little magical, not gonna lie. All right, so that's the scoop on living in Princess Anne, Maryland. It's small, it's charming, it's got history and nature and good seafood, and it just might be the peaceful little town you've been looking for. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote for this area with additional links and resources on livinginmaryland.com, along with articles for hundreds of other Maryland cities. Our mission is to help you find the best city in Maryland that meets your unique needs. If you would like to have a conversation with one of our local real estate experts, just fill out the contact form below to get started.